Hey, what's up, Science Department? The purpose of this meeting is to get you up to date on ALC meeting highlights and three opportunities for input by December 17th is what Frank is asking for. So we got budgetary wants and needs, we've got updates to the program of studies, and also scheduling recommendations that we want to make for our counseling department. So let's start out by recognizing some of the things that Frank wanted to talk about, which are that PRHS earns the AP Gold Honor Roll distinction. Only two high schools in PA have received this award, public high schools, that is. And Frank is very proud of this, and he wants us to be proud of it as well. Massive shout out to the bio team. Their science proficiency rate was in the top 10 in the entire state. And Frank wants to acknowledge how hard you're working, and he says, "Don't worry about the scores. Just keep doing what's best for kids." His words. And regarding math teachers giving their midterms before winter break, Frank was not aware of this, and he says that this practice should not continue. And he says that Mike Barlack would be responsible for following up with the math department, and I'm going to follow up with Mike Barlack just to make sure that that message goes out to the math department because I know that some science teachers are concerned about that. Um, so another meeting highlight was that the midterm schedule is going to look a little bit different this year. Notice that there are two midterms per day, which is something that we all kind of wanted. They're 60 minutes long, which is a little bit shorter than we had, been thinking, but it's still an improvement over last year. And you can view this schedule in the PRHS Bell Schedules document. Um, Also, we have a big thing to think about with budgetary wants and needs. Dr. H wants this by December 17th, and he's warning us that our funding may flatline or even decrease over the next year or so because the common level ratio set by Allegheny County has been decreasing over the years. This is what's used to determine property taxes. So you've seen in those numbers there going down from, let me turn on the laser pointer here, going down from 86.2% in 2021 all the way down to 54.5% last year. So this is a major reduction in revenues. So we have to really make a strong argument for why we want our science budget to not decrease, or maybe possibly to increase. So how do we do that? We've got this document here called our science wants and needs. I have to present this to Frank on the 18th. And basically, what this looks like currently, this is just what we have from last year that I want to share with you. So these are hot plates, incubators, colorimeters. Some of this may have already been purchased, but this is the document that we have from last year. I just reformatted it into a spreadsheet. If any of this is still needed, we can just drop the quantity in there, let's say, and it'll auto-populate the total cost. Let me fix some of the formatting here. I want to make this centered and centered this way as well. That'll look a little bit better. So if there's any of this that you need, just drop the quantity in there. If there are more items that you want, please drop those in there. For biology, chemistry, and physics, we have to decide what we need as well. Talk to your teammates and figure out what you guys need for next year and drop that in there. And I'll follow up with you guys per sub department just to make sure we have what we need. Now, the deal is if we don't ask for something, we're not going to get it. And if we ask for nothing, Frank is going to have a perfectly good rationale for saying, hey, look, you guys didn't ask for anything. We're going to reduce your budget. We don't want that to happen, right? So let's just ask for whatever we can. And if they say, sorry, we can't afford it, at least we've tried. At least we've made an argument for what we need. So please be mindful of that. So if you can take a look at this document and drop in anything in there over the next couple of weeks, that'd be amazing. I will follow up with each sub-department just to make sure that we're putting in anything that we can into this document. All right, next up will be program of studies. We have to submit any changes that we want by December 17th at 8 a.m. There's a draft that's currently being circulated. I've included a copy of it right here for you. If you click on this link here, it takes a moment to load because it's a huge document. But it looks like this, and you can take a look at whatever is relevant to you. So one thing I like to do is do a control F for, let's say, academic physics, and I can see where all the academic physics references are, and I can read through and say, all right, is there anything here that I want to change? So, take a look, please, amongst yourselves and see if there's any language or any aspects that you want to change, and you can go ahead in this document here. You can make the changes. If you want to share those with me, that'd be very helpful so that I can share those with Frank as well. All right, next up would be scheduling recommendations. So the good news is that we already have schedule recommendations that were on the books last year. They were vetted. I've copied and pasted them into this document here for you to take a look at. Any adjustments that you want to make, you can make them either in this document, or if you want to send those to me, that would be helpful too. And we're talking about recommendations for rising ninth graders to share with students and parents, talking points for eighth grade staff meeting coming up, and then what do you want the department to be aware of in terms of your particular courses. So any adjustments that you want to make to these recommendations, please feel free to make. If you make them in the document, that's great. If you want to email me to let me know as well, that'd be good too. And that's basically it. So, a lot going on here. As far as budget, this is massive. If we don't ask for things, we're not going to get any kind of consistency in our budget. If you want to adjust the program of studies, this is a good time to do it. And then if you want to adjust the schedule recommendations, this is a good time to do it as well. But yeah, that's basically everything. There's a lot to do there, but hopefully this isn't going to put too much on your plate. And Frank just wants to communicate that the school is doing fantastic, and you guys, we all should feel pretty positive about that. So keep up the good work. Enjoy the time with your families, and take care of yourselves. The most important thing. And I'll set a department meeting for the first week of January before our in-service. It's been a while since we've had an in-person meeting, and I think that it'd be valuable to talk about our goals for the in-service. So look forward to that. And it won't be possible, unfortunately, to do it on the same day as an activity period, which we always prefer. That might be unavoidable because there are no activity periods until later in January. Anyway, I will see you guys around. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever your holiday preferences are. Happy holidays, and talk to you guys later. All right, bye.